Welcome, Gemini placements. In this reading, we'll gain clarity on the next 3 months, starting with what you're currently dealing with, and then we'll look at what's coming towards you in the immediate future and then in longer term future. And then we'll get you some messages of guidance and encouragement from your spirit team. And we're going to start with looking at the astrological influences that you currently have going on. So we have the third house in Capricorn, and we have Yin. Okay, so I feel like you are utilizing your intuition and you're trusting more and you're working on growing and developing your spirituality. So I feel like you are coming into this place of like peace. I feel like it's a process for you, and you've dedicated and you've made the commitment to grow spiritually. So it may be like a specific self-care practice that you've decided that you do want to be more diligent with. So for instance, you may have decided like, okay, I do want to meditate, or I want to increase my meditation times. Something similar to that. Or it could be like you decided like, okay, I'm going to work on my my writing. I'm going to journal. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to get out in nature more. Whatever those self-care practices are, that's helping you to raise your frequency and vibration and your connection with source. I feel like you're working on those things and you've decided to put the commitment towards that, towards your growth and progress. I love that. All right. Let's see what else you have going on here. And so that's only one aspect and component here. What else? Let's see what this is. Okay, so we have the King of Wands. Like, yeah. Okay. So there may also be some things that you feel more passionately about, like I feel like this is about your connection and communication with your partner or in your family unit and environment, like with your children, with your family, like siblings, parents, what have you, whatever it is, the home and family life. I feel like you're committed to strengthening those relationships, and that's also something that you're working on as well. Okay, so you want to get back to the things that make you feel passionate, that make you feel happy, that bring you joy and fulfillment. You're actively working on growing those areas and those experiences. And we have life experience here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like, okay, so some of you have sort of walked through that portal or opened up a brand new chapter, and you're like, this is what that new chapter is going to be. It's going to be me on a higher frequency, highly spiritually evolved, enlightened, and one that has really strong relationships with their family and the individuals that they love. Okay, so what else? This is wonderful. Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. So give me some clarity on that. Why is the Nine of Wands in reverse? Okay, so we have the Queen of Fire. Okay, so we have the Queen of Wands here. Okay. So I feel like you've committed to just making the things that are important to you a priority. So it could be like, I'm hearing specifically like work, your 9 to 5, you're deciding that, okay, that's going to come second to my family and to the other things that are a priority to me at this time. I'm really going to focus on and put my energy towards those things that make me feel fulfilled and bring me joy, essentially. Okay, so what else? Okay, so we have the Six of Swords. Yeah. All right, so this is just giving me more. So I'm asking, like, is there anything else that Gemini is focused on at this time? And this is just a very strong message that you are moving towards what fulfills you, and only those things that fulfill you. And I feel like you're also in the process of letting things go that don't fulfill you and that don't serve you anymore. So give me 2 more cards here before we get into the immediate future. So I just want to get a good sense of where you are, and I feel like we have one here, but yeah, okay, with the release. Okay, yeah, so you're definitely allowing and maybe even commanding those old chapters to close, and you're very serious about the new chapters that have begun. Okay, yeah. So this is all about new beginnings with things that you feel very passionate about. So you could even have identified some new philosophies as well, since we talked about you becoming more spiritually enlightened. I feel like you may even be like, this is bringing to mind like some shows on spirituality. So you may even be like watching more things related to growing your spirituality and utilizing some esoteric tools. But whatever this is, I feel like you're definitely in that place where you're like, yeah, I want to grow my spirituality and I want to develop in that area. And I'm going to shift and align my life so that it supports that. Okay, so let's see what we have coming up in the immediate future. Okay. What else? Okay, so we have Libra in the 7th house and Aquarius. Okay, so I feel like there may be opportunity coming to you, and this could be career opportunities. This could also be opportunities for continued spiritual advancement and enlightenment, and even opportunities to create more balance and harmony within your home environment and with your partner and children and those that you love and care about. So I feel like you're covering all bases here, and you're creating like I said, you've stepped through this new portal, and that's impacting you body, mind, and soul, and in like the areas of priority to you, which would be your family, your career, your finances, and your spiritual growth and development. So it's all here, and you've committed to being better in those areas, and not necessarily like being better, but just growing and expanding your knowledge and wisdom and experiences in in those areas, and creating experiences that you feel are providing value, and they're better and better and better, and helping you to be more fulfilled and feel contentment and happiness. So what else for Gemini? So I feel like there's going to be continued opportunities in your immediate future for you to continue to align to who you are, and that's really to continue to have like those blessings and abundance come to you, and just your life experience and your quality of life is improving day by day. It's like you're seeing the effort that you're putting in as far as staying on a higher frequency and vibration and choosing positivity in all situations, like that is paying off, and you're seeing how that's paying off. And in your immediate future, you're going to continue to see how that's paying off, and it's going to strengthen, I feel like immediately, like your foundation and your finances, your courage, your confidence, all of those things, so that what is a priority to you, and we talked about those 3 areas, is you're setting like a really strong, solid foundation from which you can grow. Okay, so it's like you're planting those seeds, and now they're flowering and blossoming and continuing to do that more and more and more. So what else? What else for Gemini? Thank you. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups in reverse. So give me some clarity on that, please. Thank you. Okay, the Wheel. Excuse me. All right. So we've spoken about, okay, so there's more opportunity here essentially for you to close some old chapters and to let go of some outdated belief systems and thought patterns that you have, and even habits that you have. So there's still opportunity for you to continue growing and let go of what doesn't serve you. And I feel like for some of you, this is Okay, so it could be either in the heart or in the mind. So like matters of the heart, relationships, just beliefs that you've held and values that you've held that you're realizing as you're becoming one with your life partner or with someone that's really important to you. You're realizing like some of these things are outdated. I need to grow and I need to change with the times and how the world is today and the environment that we live in. I need to be a little more open. I need to let some of those beliefs go and work with my partner to create new belief systems and values that work for both of us and our family. Okay. There was something else I wanted to say here. It'll come to me. It'll come back to me. So I think it was really about like opening up new chapters as it relates to your spiritual development. But I lost it, whatever I was going to say here. So I'll come back to it. And we did speak to that anyway. Letting those new chapters open and continuing to expand your consciousness and understand more about your life purpose, I believe is what we're speaking about here, and creating balance as well. So that is coming towards you in the immediate future, those opportunities to be more balanced, to create the life that you desire. Okay, so you may be faced with immediately here in the future, like, okay, I may have to kind of go back through and reprioritize and make sure that I'm only focused on those things that are bringing me joy or that are bringing me fulfillment. So like I said, there's still opportunities to grow. There's still more things that you can cut out to be more aligned with your life purpose. Okay. And that's, normal. We're on a journey here, so everything may not happen at one time. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups here. Okay, so I feel like there may be opportunity for some of you, and I don't know that this is going to resonate with everyone, but I feel like there's this opportunity here to reconcile with someone from the past. So this could be friends, family members, a previous partner. You may have that opportunity presented to you where you can talk through some things and you can get to a place of understanding, right? So it may not be like, oh, you're besties now, or you've healed the relationship even. It may not be that, but you are able to come to an understanding. So maybe you just realizing and recognizing like, okay, yeah, I didn't necessarily see the full picture because I was in it, but I'm going to take myself out of it and I'm going to look at things objectively, and I'm going to choose kindness, compassion, and understanding and forgiveness. And I'm going to let these things go so that I can continue on my path toward enlightenment, basically. Okay, so yeah, it's like releasing things that aren't helpful. Like, yeah, you've definitely been wronged in some way here, but you have that opportunity to let go of it and to create some sort of harmony with you and that individual, or at least get to that neutral space where it's like, okay, I'm not going to give you any energy at all, and we're just going to coexist and do our own things here. And then you will get to a place where you'll be able to just send unconditional love. But we might not be there yet. But I do see you at least kind of coming to that place of neutrality even. Okay, so what else? All right, so we have the Seven of Wands. Okay, yeah. So, okay, out of this process, I feel like you are going to have those moments where you do feel defensive, where you do feel like, no, I can't let this go. I can't get over this. I need some resolution. I need some closure here. But you can provide that closure to yourself. Okay, so it may not be this person also coming to the table and saying like, I'm sorry, I know I've done these things. I know, I wasn't operating as my authentic self during those periods of time. So that person may not actually physically say that to you, and they may not be open to that, but this is about you and your process, your forgiveness process, and you letting things go, and you coming to, again, that neutral place, and then allowing yourself to feel better and better and better and move on. Okay? So it is a process, and however you do that, you will do that in your own time and when you're ready. But there's fulfillment, there's blessings available to you. As you are letting those things go, then good things can come in and come towards you. And that's happening anyway, but it's just more of that can come towards you the more you let the negativity and, bad feelings and just experiences that you've defined as negative. The more that you can let those go, the more that you can come to that neutral space, then the more you can allow good to come in and fill those voids. Okay. All right, so you also have the opportunity to allow yourself to be guided. And I feel like that's happening, but you do have free will here. So some of you may be like, no, I want to go in this way. I want to feel this way. And others of you are like, okay, I'm connecting, I'm letting the messages flow through, I'm listening to the messages, and there is no wrong choice and no wrong decision. It's really about how you want to feel and the reality that you want to create. So if you want to continue to feel those energies and replay those experiences, then that is your choice. And when you're ready, you can let those things go and continue to allow yourself to be divinely guided towards a more authentic you, where those experiences, you understand what they taught you, and you're no longer allowing them to take over or to have any control over your life. Okay. All right, so let's see in the longer term future, still not more than 3 months out. We have Saturn, we have the Sun, and we also have cardinal energy. All right. All right. I feel like you are absolutely going to be brave and courageous here and continue working towards your goals. And again, I feel like it's 3 areas here. It's your spirituality, your spiritual development and enlightenment. It's also your career and finances and your relationships. And you may find that you do want to, so you may find in some ways, in some areas, it is helpful to you to establish some healthy boundaries. Okay, so if you feel like you're giving, or it's just not an equal exchange, or you feel like a relationship would be better with some stronger boundaries in place and standing up for yourself in some way, then that is what you should do. If that is what you feel in your heart should happen, then you should absolutely do that. And I feel like some of you are also going to become even more dedicated to your spiritual advancement and enlightenment, and you're going to start being more structured in the way that you grow and develop. So again, like I love meditation, so I'm always just going to use that as an example. So you may be saying like, okay, I've got it down. I'm meditating every day in the mornings, but now I want to incorporate additional meditation in the evenings. And you're going to be dedicated, and you're going to stick to that plan, because you're going to see the results and the benefits of how you feel and just what your energetic state is by implementing those changes, and by the progress that you've already made as far as meditating every day in the mornings. Then you're going to be like, okay, I want more. I want to feel even better. So I'm going to start meditating in the evenings. So as you see progress happening, you're going to start adding on. And that's going to continue to align you with your authentic self and continue to bring blessings your way. Okay. And okay, so we're not going to take all those because that's a lot. But let's see what else we have. Let's see what else we have. What else for Gemini? Okay. Okay. We'll take it. All right, so we have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, so you're going to see like all of these blessings and abundance and opportunities opening up to you. And we saw that immediately there may be a career opportunity coming your way, or some sort of advancement, a project, a role, a side hustle that you may, something that you want to invest in. So we see that opportunity coming up, and there may be many opportunities that come up. Okay, so you will need to use your discernment, your intuition, your research skills to determine what opportunities are going to work for you, or best for you, or feel most aligned with your authentic self. So you'll have a lot of things to choose from. We also have the Five of Cups here. Okay, so I feel like you may also have like these ebbs and flows that are happening here as well, and they may tend to make you feel like you're not making progress or you're having major setbacks, but it's all a part of the journey and the design, the grand design that you've done to have this experience and to learn these lessons. So again, you've mastered the art of staying positive in all situations and looking at the opportunity in them and taking the lessons from them and not getting caught up in exactly what's happening. You've mastered that. Okay? So call on that strength. Call on your ability to do that on this journey here. And that's what's going to help you get through. So we have the Eight of Swords as well. Okay, so that's also showing me that there's options available to you to resolve issues and challenges and contrast as it comes up. So there's more options also that you may not even be thinking about. So you may be thinking like it's one way, this is the approach to it, but you're being called to be more flexible and to be more open-minded and to open yourself up to other possibilities. And it could be connecting with your intuition and receiving downloads and messages. It could be you connecting with soul family out there. Okay, so they may have some knowledge and wisdom for you that's going to help you as well. But definitely be open-minded and flexible. Okay, so we also have the Queen of Pentacles here. Okay, so before I speak to that, give me a couple more cards here. Give me a couple more cards on outcomes, please. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm hearing is that you need to go for it. Go for your dreams here. If there's things like we talked about that you want to do, regardless of what this relates to, whether it's career-wise, spiritual development-wise, whatever it is that we're speaking about here that you've been thinking about and wanting to explore, you're being guided to do that, to go for it, to open yourself up to it, because at the end of the day, we have abundance and fulfillment and happiness and joy here. And we also have you in a place where you are feeling whole, body, mind, and soul, and you're able to support others and be a light to others and be an example of what fulfillment looks like on earth to others. So you have the chance to inspire others to be who they authentically are through your actions of being who you authentically are. And on this journey, there are going to be ups and downs. We spoke to that, so I want to reiterate that because it's coming out here again. So yeah, there may be a couple missteps here. There may be times where you're like, oh, you know what? Actually, I should have did the other thing. I feel like that would have worked out better. But your experience is perfectly aligned with the lessons that you've designed for yourself. And so you'll want to take that opportunity. What did this teach me? Take that and let everything else go. Okay? And know that just because you do have what you would identify as a setback doesn't stop you on your journey and it's a part of the plan that you designed for yourself. Just think of it in those terms and take the lesson and move on. And then we also have the, yeah, okay. So, okay, I love this because you have like Queen and you have some King here. So you have that balance of divine and masculine energy coming through, and you mastering that as the King and Queen here. So I feel like you're mastering your money, your thoughts, your emotions, your family, all of those things, those three things that we talked about initially that you're working on right now. You are mastering those things, and you will master those things. And when I say master, I don't mean like it'll be perfect. I mean that you feel confident, you feel fulfilled, you feel unconditional love, and you feel enjoyment, abundance in those areas. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's see. Let's get some oracles here for our Gemini to help. So what messages of encouragement and guidance do we have for Gemini? So we have insight. Wonderful. Okay. And I feel like you are with connecting with source, with doing your self-care practices. You are using that insight, but this is just a reminder and calling it out. Like, yeah, some of you are there. You're utilizing your intuition. You're hearing those messages that are coming to you, and you're exploring them. You're implementing them. Others of you, it's coming. It's coming. We have serendipity here as well. So you may even have like those moments where you're like, oh my goodness, like everything just aligned. Okay, so I feel like there may be like specific meetings with like soul family or a person of interest, like a potential life partner that you just meet in a serendipitous way, or opportunity coming to you for financial abundance just comes to you in a serendipitous way. So yeah, these three areas, there's going to be synchronicities and signs that you're seeing and things happening in serendipitous type of moments where, you know, it's like, oh wow, everything just aligned perfectly for me. Okay. So what else? What other messages? I'm going to get 3 here. Okay, so we have the willow spirit with flexibility. Yes, we spoke to that. We said that earlier. And that's going to be very helpful to you to stay flexible, stay open-minded, and stay open. We have stargazing, gazing at the stars, and allowing that intuition and those intuitive moments to be recognized. So this is calling on you to connect with your intuition and to also dream. What is it that you desire? What is it that you want to experience? How is that going to make you feel? And as always, calling on the self-love, your confidence, your strength, your trust in who you are is going to be important to you here. Okay, give me one more. And we have effort. Okay, so that is that inspired effort. And we spoke to that earlier, and I was going to put that over Saturn, and it really just came out as a confirmation of like, yeah, put in that inspired effort, that discipline, and we have it coming out here. So that is what you will do. So we know that already, and that's what's going to lead to your success, putting in that inspired effort. Even when you feel like you don't want to or you're too tired. We have a new romantic cycle begins. Wonderful, because we spoke to that. And love coming to you, a potential life partner. If that is what you desire, the opportunity is there. And again, it may happen as a part of a serendipitous moment. Something that you just weren't expecting. You may run out to get something or run to the store real quick and meet someone. Okay, so you may be like in a place where you're like, oh, I really did not even want to come here. And you end up going and then meeting your life partner. Okay. And then we have go for it. I said that earlier, but here is that confirmation with all things that you feel passionate about and desires that you have and dreams that you have and things that you want to work towards. to accomplish and achieve your objectives, go for it. And then we have Commander Ashtar with call to action. Take charge, lead by example, and walk your talk. And that's what I said earlier about you being an inspiration to others and them seeing how fulfilled your life is and how you're able to handle contrasts and challenges easily. And it's providing inspiration. Okay. So what else do we have? Let's get a couple messages to end. Let's get 3. So we have release with dissolving negative and self-limiting beliefs from your body, mind, and spirit. We spoke to that earlier as well. So here is your confirmation of that. And this is your advice from your spirit guide. So they are just reconfirming what we spoke to earlier. And then we have, when I let go of the reins of control, I thrive. This is about surrendering and letting go of everything that is not serving you, again, which we spoke about earlier. And Nekbet with nourishment, feeding your soul and exploring what makes you feel inspired, okay? So take that time. If you don't really know where you want to go from here, you feel fulfilled, you feel unconditional love, and you're like, now what do I do? Now what's next? It will come to you. Maybe do some journaling, do some creative things that could spark an interest in you and make you feel inspired to do something. Maybe now you want to be a sculptor. Maybe now you want to be a painter. Maybe now you want to do psychic readings for people. The world, there are no limits for you. Okay? So this is all about you and what you desire to do now that you're in this place of feeling fulfilled. There are no limits. Okay, Gemini? So those are the messages I have for you. Please like, share, subscribe, and let me know how this resonates. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.